Hello friends. Today, we will dive deep into the astrological and esoteric profile of those born on March 22nd, the fiery, driven souls who step into the world under the sign of Aries, carrying a unique blend of numerical vibrations, elemental strengths, and symbolic influences from multiple ancient traditions. This is not just a surface-level horoscope. We will explore love, marriage, sex, friendship, business, dark traits, and life goals, and we will also integrate insights from Numerology, Druid astrology, Vedic astrology, flower symbolism, and stone correspondences. Astrological core, Western Zodiac. Being born on March 22nd places you at a fascinating and powerful intersection of celestial energies. You are a pure-blooded Aries in the Western Zodiac, born in the first decan, which is ruled entirely by the red planet Mars, the cosmic embodiment of action, drive, and warrior spirit. This is Aries at its rawest form, without the dilution of influence from other ruling planets that affect later decans. You are the sunrise of the zodiacal year, the spark that ignites the fire for everyone else, the pioneer who doesn't just enter a room but storms in and changes the atmosphere. Because your birthday falls immediately after the sun has crossed into Aries from Pisces, literally a day into the astrological new year, your qualities are bold, unfiltered, and direct. There is a refreshing clarity to your energy. People don't have to guess what you want. Your desires radiate from you in your words, your body language, and your choices. Aries is the sign of the ram, and like your symbol, you tend to meet obstacles head-on rather than avoid them. You believe in confronting life's challenges directly, whether it's an ambitious career move, a complicated personal matter, or even a risky adventure. Mars gives you not only the courage to take the first step but also the fire to keep moving forward even when others hesitate. You are naturally competitive, but your competition is often with yourself. You constantly strive to be faster, smarter, stronger, or more accomplished than you were yesterday. This relentless pursuit of self-betterment can make you incredibly inspiring to others, though it also means you may be impatient with people who move too slowly or overthink decisions. There's an urgency in your nature, a feeling that life is short and that opportunities must be seized in the moment. That's why you often leap into action without weighing all the potential consequences. This is both your greatest strength and one of your biggest challenges. On one hand, this impulsiveness allows you to be decisive in situations where hesitation could mean a missed opportunity. On the other hand, it can lead to choices made on instinct alone, without sufficient strategy to ensure they succeed in the long term. The trailblazing spirit of March 22nd Aries individuals is hard to contain. You thrive when you are the first to explore a new idea, launch a new project, or break into an untested market. You are often the one in your group who takes the first leap into unfamiliar territory, inspiring others to follow. People admire you for your fearlessness, even if they sometimes struggle to keep pace with your energy. However, there is a subtle truth in your nature. While you love to start things, you must consciously cultivate the patience to see them through. The pure Aries influence means you are sometimes more excited about beginnings than middles or endings. Learning to pace yourself, and to enjoy the process rather than only the thrill of initiation, is key to reaching your full potential. It's also worth noting that being born at this exact time of year means you carry the symbolic essence of rebirth and renewal. The spring equinox just passed, and the sun is strengthening in the sky. You have an innate connection to cycles of growth and new beginnings. You often feel a deep restlessness as winter ends, sensing instinctively that it's time for action, for change, for pushing forward. This seasonal energy mirrors your internal rhythm. You are wired to embrace fresh starts and to create momentum where there was none before. Your Mars rulership also bestows a distinct physicality. You are rarely content to live entirely in the realm of thought. Movement, exercise, and physical challenges often appeal to you because they allow you to channel your vitality into something tangible. You may notice that your mood and motivation improve dramatically when you are physically active. This is Mars' gift, the fusion of body and will. In relationships, careers, and personal pursuits, this Aries-Mars combination means you are a force of nature. You approach life as a series of challenges to conquer, mountains to climb, and victories to claim. While the path you choose may sometimes be unconventional or even reckless in the eyes of others, it is deeply authentic to you. You trust your instincts, and more often than not, they lead you exactly where you need to go, because for the pure Aries born on March 22nd, the journey is never just about reaching the destination. It's about proving to yourself that you can get there, no matter the odds. Love and marriage. Your romantic nature is a direct extension of your Aries personality, bold, passionate, and refreshingly honest. When you fall for someone, you do not play games or hide your feelings behind subtle hints. You come forward with an openness that can be both intoxicating and intimidating to others. In a world where many people hesitate or fear rejection, your confidence in love is a breath of fresh air. You chase what you want, not because you enjoy the thrill of pursuit for its own sake, but because you believe that life's most rewarding experiences are worth going after with everything you've got. Being born so close to the spring equinox adds another layer to your romantic style. Your love is like early spring weather, full of warmth and light that can make hearts blossom, but also capable of sudden, dramatic changes. This means your relationships can be intensely passionate, with moments of pure magic, but they can also go through quick shifts if you feel bored, misunderstood, or constrained. You thrive on excitement, so you tend to be most drawn to partners who keep life interesting, who surprise you, and who are ready to match your pace in both conversation and adventure. You are naturally attracted to strong, confident personalities who know who they are and are not afraid to stand beside you as equals. Best partners for you often include other fire signs like Leo and Sagittarius, who can keep up with your enthusiasm without trying to dim your flame. Gemini and Aquarius also tend to resonate with you, as their mental agility and openness to new experiences can keep your curiosity alive. In marriage, your ideal scenario is a partnership where both individuals maintain a strong sense of independence. You are deeply loyal, but you cannot thrive in a relationship that feels like a cage. You need the freedom to explore, to create, and to evolve, and you extend the same freedom to your partner. The healthiest long-term relationships for you are those built on mutual respect, shared goals, and the understanding that personal growth is as important as shared time together. One of your romantic challenges is that you sometimes confuse intense attraction with deep compatibility. The initial chemistry can be so strong that you overlook potential red flags. Because you are quick to commit when you're excited, you may find yourself in relationships that burn hot and fast but lack the foundation for long-term stability. For you, learning to slow down in matters of the heart, at least enough to truly assess emotional alignment, is essential. That said, when you do find a partner who meets you in both passion and substance, you are an incredibly devoted and generous lover. You thrive on creating shared adventures, supporting your partner's ambitions, and building a life that feels vibrant and alive. Your natural optimism and energy can inspire your spouse to dream bigger, take more risks, and embrace life more fully. Even in marriage, you keep the flame of romance alive by avoiding routine and complacency. You may be the type to surprise your partner with spontaneous trips, unexpected gifts, or sudden changes in plans just to keep things fresh. While some might find this unpredictable, the right partner will understand that it's your way of showing love. You want the relationship to always feel alive. In love and marriage, your ultimate goal is not simply companionship, but a partnership in adventure. You seek someone who can stand beside you through the storms and bask with you in the sunshine, someone who can share both the challenges and the triumphs. For the March 22nd Aries, love is not a safe harbor where you dock and rest. It's the open sea, thrilling and unpredictable, where you and your partner navigate together, fueled by courage, trust, and the unshakable belief that the journey itself is the greatest reward. Sexuality. For those born on March 22nd, sexuality is never just about physical attraction. It is a layered and dynamic expression of your energy, your curiosity, and your desire to connect on multiple levels. While some approach intimacy with caution or reserve, you tend to approach it with the same pioneering spirit you bring to the rest of your life. You view sexual connection as an adventure, an opportunity to explore not just bodies but personalities, emotions, and unspoken desires. There's a boldness to the way you express yourself, a willingness to take the first step, initiate the first touch, or break through an unspoken barrier. Your ruling planet Mars infuses you with a natural magnetism and a physicality that makes your passion hard to ignore. In intimacy, you don't shy away from intensity. In fact, you often create it. You can be both playful and commanding, both experimental and deeply focused on the connection you're building. For you, variety is essential. Routine in the bedroom feels stifling, and you crave experiences that feel alive, spontaneous, and emotionally charged. This doesn't mean you constantly need new partners. Rather, you thrive when a relationship maintains novelty and surprise, even after years together. Mentally, you are stimulated by confidence and openness. You want a partner who can meet your gaze without flinching, who isn't afraid to talk openly about desires and boundaries, and who can match your adventurous spirit without judgment. In your view, intimacy is as much about trust and shared courage as it is about physical chemistry. The mental component is just as important. If your mind isn't engaged, if your curiosity isn't piqued, your desire can quickly fade. Boredom is the one thing you cannot tolerate in this sphere, and when it sets in, it's difficult for you to hide it. Because your sexuality is tied to both your emotions and your ambition, your intimate life tends to mirror your personal growth. During times when you're feeling confident, inspired, and physically energized, you are magnetic and eager to explore. In periods when you're stressed or restless, you may seek more intense or unusual experiences as a way to reignite your own fire. Your sexual energy is both a reflection of your inner vitality and a tool you use to reconnect with it. Ultimately, for a March 22 Aries, sex is not a side note in life. It's one of the arenas where you feel most alive, most powerful, and most authentically yourself. You treat it not just as a physical act but as a form of creation, a blending of minds and bodies that leaves both people changed in some way. The partner who understands this about you, and who is willing to journey with you into new territories of trust and sensation, will find themselves not just loved, but transformed by the experience of being close to you. Friendship. Friendship for someone born on March 22 is a passionate, high-energy connection built on shared experiences, loyalty, and a mutual appreciation for each other's individuality. You are the kind of person who naturally attracts people, not because you're trying to, but because your charisma and zest for life act like a beacon. There's a warmth in the way you interact, a genuine curiosity about others, and a fearless enthusiasm for new adventures that draws people toward you. However, your standards for friendship are high. You have little patience for dishonesty, manipulation, or laziness. You're drawn to people who share your drive for life, who are willing to roll up their sleeves and engage with the world, whether that means taking a spontaneous road trip or committing to a long-term project. Energy is everything to you. You feed off the excitement of others, and you give that same spark back in return. The friends who stick closest to you tend to be the ones who can match your spontaneity. You're the person who might call at 10 p.m. with an idea for an adventure the next morning, and you expect your inner circle to say yes more often than no. This doesn't mean you need constant activity. You also appreciate deep, meaningful conversations, but you prefer those conversations to happen in the context of a life that's being lived actively, not passively. Another essential quality you look for in friends is supportiveness. Your ambitions are big, and you work hard for your goals. You want people in your life who will cheer you on, not compete with you out of insecurity or resentment. You value encouragement over envy, and you tend to quietly distance yourself from those who can't celebrate your wins. You are an extremely loyal friend once someone has earned your trust. You'll defend them, stand by them in difficult times, and go out of your way to help them achieve their dreams. However, you also value independence, both yours and theirs. You need your own space to recharge, and true friends understand that your temporary absences are never rejections. They're simply part of how you maintain your energy. Your friendships often last for years because they're based on genuine respect and mutual growth. The people you keep closest to you are those who see you not just as the fiery, driven Aries you show to the world, but also as the reflective, occasionally restless soul who sometimes needs to step back and reset. They give you the freedom to be all sides of yourself, and in return, They receive your unwavering loyalty, your contagious energy, and your readiness to make life with them an ongoing adventure. Business and career. For those born on March 22, professional life is rarely something you simply fall into. It's an arena where your natural Aries drive and master number 22 vision combine to create opportunities, challenges, and moments of breakthrough. You have an innate understanding that work is not just about earning a paycheck. For you, it's about achieving mastery, leaving a mark, and doing something that reflects both your individuality and your ambition. Your Aries sun places you among the Zodiac's natural leaders. You're at your best in environments that reward decisiveness, innovation, and a willingness to take bold risks. Sitting still in a stagnant position, following the same repetitive routine day after day, is not your style. You thrive when you're allowed to experiment, initiate projects, and move quickly from idea to execution. Whether you're pitching a new product, reorganizing a failing department, or launching your own venture, you work best when there's a challenge to overcome and a vision to bring to life. Entrepreneurship is a natural fit for you. Your fearless nature means you don't shy away from starting something from scratch, even if the odds seem steep. You're willing to take calculated risks, and sometimes uncalculated ones, because you believe in your ability to adapt and overcome. In your own business, you can set the pace, make the decisions, and channel your creativity without being slowed down by unnecessary bureaucracy. Sports, physical training, or any career that involves movement and competition can also be deeply fulfilling. Your Mars energy thrives in dynamic, high-intensity settings where quick thinking and physical vitality are rewarded. In such environments, your natural enthusiasm becomes contagious, inspiring others to push themselves harder and aim higher. Sales and marketing appeal to your persuasive abilities and your comfort with stepping into the spotlight. You know how to capture attention and keep it, often using a mix of charisma, confidence, and genuine passion for what you're selling. You have an instinct for reading people's needs and tailoring your approach to meet them, which makes you highly effective in client-facing roles. Politics, activism, or leadership in social causes also align with your values, especially when they give you the chance to influence change and inspire others toward a shared goal. You have a strong sense of justice and a natural talent for rallying people around an idea, whether it's in a grassroots campaign or a corporate initiative. Emergency or military service can appeal to your quick decision-making skills and your ability to function under pressure. In high-stakes situations, you often perform better than in everyday ones because the urgency sharpens your focus. The master number 22 in your numerology profile adds a dimension of long-term vision and structural thinking. While Aries energy loves the thrill of starting something new, the 22 vibration is about building something that lasts. This means that although you may begin your career in fast-paced, high-energy roles, you will likely feel an eventual pull toward creating a legacy, a business, project, or institution that stands the test of time. This duality allows you to combine immediate action with big-picture thinking, a rare and powerful skill set. Your career strengths are clear. You innovate fearlessly, you're comfortable taking risks, and your ability to persuade can turn abstract concepts into funded projects and rally teams to action. But your challenges are equally important to acknowledge. Impatience can push you to abandon a project before it reaches its full potential. The thrill of starting something new can sometimes outweigh the satisfaction of seeing it through. You may also overestimate resources, time, money, or manpower, and find yourself scrambling to meet expectations. The key to your ultimate career success lies in balancing your fast-moving Aries instincts with the disciplined, strategic mindset of your master number 22. When you learn to harness both, starting with boldness and following through with patience, you can build a career that's not only exciting but also enduring, respected, and impactful. Dark sides and pitfalls. Even the most inspiring personalities have shadows, and for you, these come in the form of traits that, if left unchecked, can undermine your potential. Impulsiveness is one of your most persistent challenges. Your Aries drive to act quickly often works in your favor, but when it tips too far, you can make decisions without considering long-term consequences. This can lead to avoidable mistakes. anything from jumping into a partnership without vetting it, to making a costly career move on a whim. Ego clashes are another risk. Your confidence is one of your greatest strengths, but when it crosses into stubbornness, you may find it difficult to work under authority or accept constructive criticism. You value your autonomy so much that any perceived restriction can trigger a defensive reaction. While this can make you a formidable leader, it can also create tension when you need to collaborate or operate within an established hierarchy. Burnout is a real danger for you because you pour so much energy into your endeavors. Your instinct is to keep pushing forward, even when your body and mind need rest. You may not notice the signs of fatigue until they become impossible to ignore, which can force you into an unplanned break or even derail a project. Learning to pace yourself and incorporate recovery time is essential to sustaining your momentum over the long term. Possessiveness in relationships is another shadow you must watch for. While you value personal freedom for yourself, your intense passion can make you protective, sometimes overly so, of the people you care about. If you feel insecure, you may become controlling, even if that's not your intention. This contradiction between your need for independence and your occasional desire to hold tightly to others can create friction in close relationships. The good news is that all of these pitfalls can be managed with self-awareness and grounding practices. Meditation can help you slow your thoughts and temper impulsive decisions. Regular physical activity allows you to channel excess energy in a healthy way while maintaining the strong body your Mars rulership thrives on. Strategic planning, taking the time to map out steps before launching into action, helps you align your immediate drive with your long-term goals. When you consciously work on these areas, your shadows transform from obstacles into powerful lessons. You become not just a dynamic force of action, but a wise, steady leader who knows when to move quickly, when to hold back, and how to channel passion into something truly lasting. Life goals. For those born on March 22, life is not meant to be a passive experience. It is a dynamic mission filled with movement, creation, and transformation. You are wired to challenge stagnation wherever you see it, whether in your personal life, your work, or the broader world. At your core, you are an initiator. You don't just adapt to change, you ignite it. The thought of simply maintaining the status quo feels unnatural to you because you instinctively sense that growth only happens when something new is set in motion. Your journey is not about making small, incremental adjustments. It's about starting waves of transformation that ripple far beyond your own immediate sphere. This could mean creating a groundbreaking business model, spearheading a social cause, developing a work of art that shifts perspectives, or inspiring others through your leadership. Regardless of the form it takes, the essence of your life goals lies in impact. You want your efforts to matter. One of your primary purposes is to take your raw Aries ambition, that surge of adrenaline you feel when a new challenge presents itself, and transform it into something solid and enduring. Many people have ideas, but you have the unique combination of courage and momentum to actually bring them into existence. Yet, for your vision to have lasting value, it must be backed by follow-through, strategy, and the discipline to see it through to completion. This is a lesson you return to again and again. The excitement of the start is only the first step. The true satisfaction comes from finishing what you begin. Balancing freedom with responsibility is another defining theme in your life. You crave independence, the ability to move as you wish and pursue the opportunities that excite you. At the same time, your ambitions often place you in positions where others rely on you, as a leader, a mentor, or a provider. Part of your growth involves learning how to carry those responsibilities without feeling weighed down by them, and how to integrate them into your identity rather than seeing them as limitations. When you find this balance, you become not only an agent of change but a stabilizing force for those who follow your lead. Ultimately, your life goals are tied to the creation of a legacy, something that continues to exist and thrive long after you've moved on. This legacy might take the shape of a thriving business, a work of art that continues to inspire, a community initiative that transforms lives, or a reputation for boldness and integrity that influences others even in your absence. You measure success not just by what you achieve in your lifetime, but by the lasting imprint you leave behind. You want to be remembered as someone who made things happen, who built something that stood the test of time, and who lived fully and unapologetically. Numerology profile, the number 4 vibration. The number 22 is one of the most powerful vibrations in numerology, known as the master builder. It is the number of the visionary who not only dreams big but also has the potential to construct those dreams in the real world. Being born on the 22nd day of the month means you carry within you a blueprint for large-scale creation, whether that's in business, community building, or a personal life structure that supports growth and stability. There is a deep sense within you that you are meant for something greater than individual success. Your ambitions often extend to improving systems, shaping institutions, or building frameworks that help others thrive. While master numbers are typically not reduced in numerology, the practical influence of the sum, 4, also plays an important role in your personality. The number 4 represents discipline, responsibility, stability, and structure. It is the number of builders in the physical sense, those who create foundations that others can depend upon. This grounding influence is especially important for someone with your Aries sun. Aries energy is wild, fast-moving, and impulsive. The number 4 acts like an anchor, giving you the potential to plan, organize, and follow through on your bold ideas. When the high, visionary potential of the 22 combines with the solid, methodical nature of the 4, the result is a rare and powerful mix. The ability to think on a grand scale while also laying down the practical steps to bring your vision to life. This combination means you have both the courage to start something monumental and the perseverance to complete it. You can design not just a fleeting moment of success, but a structure that stands for decades. However, your numerology also presents a challenge. Aries' fiery impulse pushes you forward at full speed, eager to act now and think later. The 4, in contrast, prefers to slow down, analyze, and plan carefully before making a move. Balancing these two forces is essential to your growth. If you lean too far into Aries energy, you risk starting too many things without completing them. If you lean too far into the 4's cautiousness, you might miss the very opportunities that excite you most. The sweet spot is where these two energies meet, where you channel your boldness into well-structured action. When you achieve this harmony, you become unstoppable. You have the daring to pursue dreams others wouldn't attempt and the organizational skill to make them work in the real world. This is the true gift of your numerology. The ability to be both the architect and the builder of your destiny, turning visions into lasting realities and ensuring that your life story is one of substance, success, and significance. Druid horoscope, the oak March 21st to March 31st. In the Celtic Druid system of astrology, those born between March 21st and March 31st are ruled by the mighty oak tree, and being born on March 22nd places you firmly under its influence. The oak is not just a tree in this tradition. It is a living symbol of strength, stability, and leadership, revered by the Druids as the king of the forest. For you, this association is more than poetic. It describes a fundamental truth about your character. You are built to stand tall in the face of storms, to offer shelter to others, and to serve as a point of stability in a chaotic world. As an oak, you carry a sense of enduring presence. People often sense, sometimes without knowing why, that you are someone they can lean on. You may not always see yourself as a guardian, but you naturally assume the role of protector, guide, or steadying influence when the people around you are uncertain or in trouble. You don't just stand by and watch when someone you care about is struggling. You step forward, offering both practical help and the reassurance of your unwavering presence. Your sense of responsibility is deeply rooted, much like the oak's massive underground network of roots. You feel a genuine duty to the people, causes, and principles you commit yourself to. This can manifest in your career, in family life, or even in casual friendships where you instinctively take on a role of guidance. You have the ability to inspire trust quickly because you communicate with a kind of honesty that is increasingly rare. There's nothing performative about your integrity. It's not something you wear like a costume, it's woven into your identity. In Celtic belief, the oak is also tied to longevity and wisdom, not the kind acquired from books alone, but wisdom gained through direct experience and decisive action. Like the oak, which grows slowly but surely over decades, your understanding of life deepens as you weather challenges and witness the cycles of change around you. You often emerge from hardships not only stronger but more compassionate, able to share insights that help others find their footing. Your oak nature balances beautifully with your Aries sun. While Aries brings the fire of initiation and the courage to act, the oak brings the patience to endure and the stability to provide lasting value. Together, they make you not just a leader in moments of urgency, but a leader whose influence can span years or even generations. The oak's symbolism reminds you that while it's thrilling to spark change, it's equally important to nurture and sustain what you've built. Vedic Astrology Insight. In the Vedic sidereal zodiac, your sun is positioned in Pisces rather than Aries, specifically in the Uttara Bhadrapada nakshatra, though the exact pada or quarter would depend on your birth time. This positioning brings a deep and unexpected layer to your otherwise fiery Western Aries persona. Pisces, ruled by the expansive and benevolent planet Jupiter, infuses your character with spirituality, empathy, and a capacity for introspection that people may not immediately see when they first meet you. This dual identity, Aries in the Western chart and Pisces in the Vedic, explains much about your inner life. Outwardly, you project confidence, decisiveness, and a readiness to take on challenges, but beneath that exterior runs a steady current of compassion, idealism, and a desire to connect with something larger than yourself. While Aries drives you to conquer the tangible world, your Vedic Pisces side seeks meaning, beauty, and connection to the unseen dimensions of life. Uttara Bhadrapada is associated with depth, patience, and the ability to endure for the sake of a greater purpose. People with this nakshatra often have a philosophical bent and can see the bigger picture even in the midst of short-term chaos. They are known for their ability to balance worldly ambitions with spiritual insight, which makes them both effective in practical matters and wise in personal judgment. In your case, Mars, your Western ruling planet, still exerts a strong influence, giving you courage and drive, but Jupiter's rulership over your Vedic sun enriches that courage with perspective and foresight. This combination means you're not just a doer, but a thinker, not just a fighter, but a strategist. You have moments when your natural Aries restlessness pauses to let the Piscean dreamer emerge. In these times, you might find yourself reflecting deeply, withdrawing from the spotlight, or even feeling called toward acts of service, creativity, or spiritual study. To others, this can seem like a contradiction, but in truth, it's the balance that allows you to move through life with both intensity and wisdom. Understanding this duality can be a game changer for you. It helps you see that your need for action and your longing for depth are not in conflict but complementary. When you integrate the boldness of Aries with the insight of Pisces, you become someone who can not only achieve remarkable things in the material world but also leave a lasting, meaningful impact on the hearts and minds of others. This is the signature gift of your unique astrological makeup, the fire to lead and the soul to guide. Flower horoscope, the magnolia. In the language of flowers, the magnolia is an enduring emblem of dignity, perseverance, and the rare harmony between gentleness and strength, qualities that align perfectly with those born on March 22. To understand why this flower resonates so strongly with you, it's important to look beyond its delicate petals and notice its deep, resilient roots and sturdy structure. The magnolia is one of the oldest flowering plants on Earth, predating even the bees, and it has adapted and thrived for millions of years. In much the same way, you possess an ancient resilience within your spirit, a quiet but unshakable will to endure whatever life throws your way. You approach challenges with a grace that others often notice but rarely comment on directly. While some meet obstacles with visible frustration or aggression, you tend to maintain composure even under pressure. This doesn't mean you're unaffected. It means you choose to meet difficulties with poise and confidence, understanding that panic rarely solves anything. Like the magnolia, which weathers wind and rain and still blooms with beauty, you understand that strength is not about avoiding hardship but about facing it without losing your elegance. Your capacity for both bold moves and delicate care is another hallmark of your magnolia nature. You know when to step forward with decisive action and when to handle a situation with subtlety. This adaptability allows you to navigate complex personal and professional scenarios with ease. It's why people often turn to you for leadership. You can take charge without being overbearing, inspire without intimidating, and correct mistakes without diminishing someone's confidence. The magnolia blooms early in the spring, sometimes before the leaves even appear on its branches. This early blossoming mirrors your tendency to begin new cycles before others have even noticed that change is in the air. You have an instinct for timing that allows you to act just as opportunities are forming, putting you ahead of the curve in many aspects of life. Whether it's spotting a business trend, initiating a relationship, or starting a personal transformation, you often lead the way simply because you sense the right moment before it becomes obvious to everyone else. This combination of foresight, elegance, and strength makes your magnolia connection a reminder of your true nature. You are not just a survivor of life's storms, you are someone who thrives in them, emerging with your dignity intact and your spirit renewed. Stone horoscope, red jasper. Your birthstone in mystical tradition is red jasper, a stone long associated with vitality, courage, and physical energy, all traits that resonate deeply with your Aries personality. Red jasper is not flashy or ostentatious like some other gemstones. Instead, it exudes a steady, earthy presence, much like a slow-burning fire that provides warmth and endurance over time. This mirrors your own potential. While you can move quickly and act decisively, your greatest achievements come when you sustain your energy and remain committed to your goals. The stone is known to amplify stamina and determination, two qualities that are essential for someone with your ambitions. It supports the long game, reminding you that while quick victories are satisfying, the most rewarding accomplishments require consistent effort over time. When you connect with the energy of red jasper, whether by wearing it as jewelry, carrying it in your pocket, or keeping it in your workspace, you tap into a subtle but powerful current that helps you push through fatigue and maintain your focus. One of the greatest benefits of red jasper for you is its grounding effect. As an Aries, your Mars-driven fire can sometimes burn too hot, leading you to act on impulse or scatter your energy across too many projects at once. Red jasper's stabilizing vibration helps anchor you, encouraging more deliberate action and clearer prioritization. It doesn't dampen your passion, instead, it channels it, making it easier for you to see projects through from start to finish without losing momentum. There's also a unique harmony between red jasper's grounding qualities and your numerological vibration of 4. The number 4 represents stability, structure, and the disciplined work required to turn big dreams into reality. By combining your fiery Aries initiative with the stone's earthy steadiness, you create a balanced force, ambition that is both inspired and sustainable. When you wear or carry red jasper regularly, it becomes more than just a talisman. It's a daily reminder of how powerful you can be when you align your natural enthusiasm with consistent, well-structured effort. It symbolizes your ability to harness the boldness of your sign while keeping your feet firmly planted on the ground, ensuring that your energy is used to build something lasting rather than lost in a series of unfinished beginnings. Zodiac sign compatibility for March 22 Aries. Your compatibility profile is a fascinating mix of Aries' bold, pioneering energy and the unique sensitivity that comes from being born so close to the spring equinox. This combination means you're passionate, direct, and adventurous, but also more emotionally attuned than some other Aries natives. When it comes to relationships, romantic, friendship, or business, you thrive with partners who can match your pace, respect your independence, and keep life interesting without turning every moment into a battle for control. Here's how you tend to connect with each zodiac sign in a detailed, professional breakdown. Aries March 21st to April 19th. With another Aries, the connection is electric, high energy, and filled with mutual admiration. You understand each other's need for freedom and adventure. However, both of you may struggle with power dynamics. Neither likes to be told what to do. If you can avoid constant competition, this pairing can feel like a dynamic, unstoppable team. Taurus April 20th to May 20th. Taurus offers grounding and stability that can help balance your impulsiveness. Their slower pace can frustrate you at times, but if you appreciate their loyalty and sensual nature, This can be a lasting, complementary match. Taurus admires your courage, while you can be inspired by their steady, determined approach to life. Gemini, May 21st to June 20th. This is an exhilarating combination full of witty banter, spontaneous plans, and shared curiosity. Gemini keeps you mentally engaged, while you provide them with a sense of excitement and direction. The challenge? Gemini's tendency to change course quickly can either thrill you or drive you mad, depending on your mood. Cancer, June 21st to July 22nd. With Cancer, you get emotional depth and nurturing, which can be comforting, though at times you may find them overly sensitive. Cancer admires your strength but may sometimes feel overwhelmed by your intensity. The key here is for you to slow down and for Cancer to become more adaptable to your pace. Leo, July 23rd to August 22nd. One of your best matches. Leo's confidence and warmth align beautifully with your boldness. You both love adventure, romance, and making a statement. The risk? Two strong personalities can clash if neither is willing to compromise. But when it works, it's a power couple dynamic that others envy. Virgo, August 23rd to September 22nd. Virgo's methodical, detail-oriented nature can either help you refine your ideas or feel like an anchor slowing you down. This pairing works best when you respect their need for order and they admire your courage to take risks. Together, you can blend innovation with precision. Libra, September 23rd to October 22nd. Libra's charm, diplomacy, and social grace balance your directness. This can be a relationship where you learn patience and they learn decisiveness. You might initially be drawn to Libra's beauty and poise, but long-term success depends on accepting each other's differences in conflict resolution styles. Scorpio, October 23rd to November 21st. The chemistry here is intense and magnetic, often from the very first meeting. Scorpio's passion matches yours, but they bring a level of emotional complexity that can challenge you. If trust is established early, this can be a deeply transformative bond. If not, power struggles can end it abruptly. Sagittarius, November 22nd to December 21st. One of your most natural matches. Sagittarius shares your love for adventure, freedom, and trying new things. This is a relationship built on shared experiences and growth. The only risk is a lack of grounding. You may need to consciously work on building stability together. Capricorn, December 22nd to January 19th. Capricorn brings structure and ambition to balance your energy. They can help you channel your drive into long-term achievements. However, their cautious nature may sometimes feel restrictive. If you respect their need for planning and they appreciate your courage, this can be a powerful partnership. Aquarius, January 20th to February 18th. With Aquarius, you find a meeting of minds and a shared love for innovation and independence. Aquarius appreciates your authenticity, and you admire their vision. This pairing thrives on mutual respect and intellectual stimulation, though both need to remember to address emotional needs, not just ideas. Pisces, February 19th to March 20th. Pisces brings sensitivity, imagination, and emotional nuance to your life. You, in turn, provide them with protection and motivation. While you may sometimes feel they live too much in their own dream world, they can help you slow down and connect to your intuition. This pairing can be beautifully healing for both. Overall, your strongest romantic and friendship matches tend to be Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, and Aquarius, with Taurus and Libra offering good balance. Your greatest challenges tend to arise with Cancer and Scorpio if emotional needs aren't understood, and with Capricorn or Virgo if freedom and spontaneity are stifled. Final synthesis. A person born on March 22nd stands at a rare crossroads in the cosmic blueprint, a living embodiment of the raw, unfiltered Aries impulse and the grounded, methodical force of Master Number 22. This blend creates an inner architecture unlike most. You are not solely a creature of motion and speed, nor merely a meticulous planner. Instead, you are both the flame that ignites the engine and the engineer who designs it to run for decades. Your Aries sun gives you the courage to break new ground without waiting for permission, while the Master Builder vibration anchors you to the long game, urging you to leave structures, systems, and legacies that endure well beyond your lifetime. At your best, You operate as a fusion of visionary and executor. You can conceptualize bold ideas, launch them with contagious enthusiasm, and then stay with them long enough to refine and stabilize them. This is not typical for Aries, a sign known for its bursts of activity followed by a hunt for the next adventure. But your March 22nd placement changes the equation. The number 22's disciplined patience tempers your restlessness, offering you a deeper reservoir of focus than many of your Aries counterparts. It's as if you were built to start fires and then build hearths around them, ensuring they burn steadily instead of flaming out. In love, you are not content with lukewarm connections. Your passion is direct, your affections intense, and your loyalty profound once you have chosen a partner. You require authenticity above all else. Relationships built on pretense or emotional manipulation repel you instantly. Yet, for all your heat, you understand the necessity of giving space. You cannot love in a cage, nor can you keep someone in one. The bonds that thrive for you are those in which both partners are free to grow individually while sharing a shared mission, whether that's raising a family, building a business, or exploring the world together. Friendship for you is sacred but not suffocating. You are fiercely loyal to those who prove themselves worthy, but you do not cling. Your friends must accept that you occasionally vanish into your projects or personal quests, not because you've lost interest, but because solitude and focused work are essential to your nature. When you return, it's with fresh stories, renewed energy, and sometimes unexpected opportunities to share. The people who last in your circle are those who see your independence not as distance, but as part of your strength. Professionally, you carry an unusual arsenal of traits. Aries' rapid decision-making, the persuasive charm that wins allies quickly, and the 22's ability to think in decades instead of days. This allows you to succeed in environments that require both speed and vision. Startups, political campaigns, creative ventures, and large-scale engineering or architectural projects all fall within your potential. Your greatest career victories happen when you resist the urge to abandon ship the moment the initial excitement fades, instead channeling your stamina into shaping something permanent and substantial. Your symbolic allies reinforce your cosmic design. The oak, in Druidic tradition, embodies your role as protector, leader, and steadfast presence, a figure others look to in times of uncertainty. The magnolia mirrors your ability to move between strength and grace, showing that you can confront challenges without losing your elegance. And red jasper serves as your energetic anchor, grounding your Mars-driven impulsiveness into purposeful, sustained action. Together, these symbols form a trinity of endurance, dignity, and power, reminding you that your destiny is not about burning bright for a moment, but about shining steadily across seasons. When you align your inner fire with your structural foundation, you cease to be just an instigator of change, you become the one who shapes what that change becomes. Your life's highest expression is not merely to start revolutions, but to build the institutions, communities, and creations that support them long after the excitement of the beginning has passed. You are both spark and scaffold, both sunrise and pillar. In this way, you are not simply a participant in the world's forward motion, you are the torchbearer, the one who holds the light steady so others can see the path ahead.